Alright, what's going on, y'all? Andy tuning back in. Alright, been hell of a morning, Check it out, man. I got my big pot. Got about maybe 4 or 5 tablespoons of some avocado oil. I got it around medium high. I'm gonna turn it up slightly bit. And just to let y'all know, my today's recipe is inspired by Healthy Foodie PH. Not sure what the PH stands for, but hey, foodie. Healthy foodie, that's what it is. So I got 2 about medium-sized red onions chopped up. Boom. All right, you already know. You're starting with onions. Most likely gonna be good. All right. So just to let y'all know, I'm making a Cajun style pasta, a little spaghetti. We're gonna saute the onions until a little bit translucent happens. Change the color slightly. Alright, man. Just let y'all know, you should be making your pasta right now. I made my pasta in the same pot. That's why I had to do it before. But nothing too crazy. You cook that down how the directions tells you. And yeah, you just get these onions sauteed. Maybe 3 or 5 minutes. And I'll be back with the next step in addition to our recipe. Alright, y'all. It's been about 3 or 4 minutes. We'll be adding my garlic. The recipe called for 5 cloves of garlic. I'm doubling the recipe, so I'm doing, I did 11, let's be honest. Okay. Let that get fragrant in the middle. Okay. Throw that just a tad bit. Alright, let's get that working. Just saute the garlic by itself or with the onions for about a minute before adding the next step. Straight to it, y'all. I'm hungry. Okay. Whatever. Okay. Make a little well. What's coming next? Some of my favorite stuff. Some shiitake mushrooms. She mentioned 75 grams. I probably did over that, but hey, it is what it is. Not too heavy. I'm a big fan of the mushrooms, especially when it's in the combination of onions and garlic. The GMO. Alright. Get that stirred up. I'm going to cook down the mushroom for about 5 or so minutes. I'll allow them to release most of their moisture, and we'll move on to the seasoning section. One second, y'all. Maybe about 8 or 9 minutes before the mushrooms get a little too soft. Go ahead, just season them with a little bit of salt. Not too much, probably a 1/4 teaspoon, honestly. And then with some black pepper. Can't forget this spice. Okay. All right. Okay. Time for our next step, which is our bell peppers. The recipe calls for half a red bell pepper. That's a whole red pepper. And call for some cherry tomatoes. I just found some on a vine at my local grocery store. That's what I'm doing. I think I chopped up 2 decent sized tomatoes. 3, excuse me. We're gonna add that to the mix. Oh yeah. How'd that sound? We're gonna do this for about 2 or 4 minutes. Let the tomatoes release some of their juices. Cook down the red bell peppers. And we'll get to it, man. You get to it. Alright, starting to smell tremendous. Starting to break down. Now, time for our seasonings. So it's pretty darn basic. So it calls for 3 to 4 tablespoons per portion. Let's start with 6. Alright, 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. A big 6 right there. And for our last piece, I think it's going to be a full teaspoon. Now, I could have swore I grabbed some tarragon, but I accidentally grabbed some thyme. That's what I'm going to do. Some dry thyme. Please look at your ingredients carefully. I could have swore I grabbed it, but for whatever odd reason, and I did just buy the Cajun seasoning. I was like, you know what, I'm not going to try to recreate it. Let me just go ahead. Let me get that. So I added a 6. It smells pretty spicy. I smell the paprika. I smell all these little things coming together. Okay. Might add just a bit more later, but we'll see then how that works out. Until then, we're going to get the tomatoes already broke down. Tremendous. Look at that. Can't even see the tomatoes. Alright, so after our spices, let's add our stock and our plant-based milk. Instead of vegetable or mushroom stock, I just made some chicken stock with my favorite bouillon cube. That is the chicken stock or the non-chicken stock. So I need some milk. Go ahead and use your favorite plant-based milk. Let me get this cup out real quick. 1 cup of oat milk. This is oat milk. Normally I'll make my own, but make sure it's not sweetened. Because we're doubling it, so we get 2 cups of oat milk. I'll save the rest for some tasty cereal. No biggie, but I bought this right here. Never tried it before. Oat milk? Who knows? But you can use your favorite oat milk. Or make it. Like I said, I prefer to make my own. Alright, we got the stock, we got the thingamajig. And just for funsies, I'm going to show y'all how to do the cream when that boils. So basically what I did, I just soaked the cashews for about 2-3 hours while I was out doing my groceries. And I blended them 1/2 cup of cashews to 1 full cup of water. And just blend. I did it for quite some time beforehand. But I'm going to show you the process of that. So there goes my 2 cups, I believe, of cashew kind of cream. Oh yeah. And now we simmer it till it thickens. That's what I believe is the last step, right? Our nutritional yeast. So 2 tablespoons of nutritional yeast. Alright, so 2 teaspoons or tablespoons of nutritional yeast. That means we're adding 4 because we are doubling the recipe. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and this right here, I used to be scared. I'm like, what am I adding this for? Didn't understand the complexities of it, but it'll change whatever you're cooking down, whether it's a vegan cheese, which remind me, I do got some vegan cheese on me. Whatever it might be that you're adding this to for the recipe, it makes a difference. Don't be scared. Don't be fearful. And like I said, just go ahead and start thickening this down. And what we're going to do is add our pasta. Like I said, I already cooked it. I kind of strained it. Add a little olive oil just so it stays kind of moist. I did have some sauce I'll show y'all later. I may cook them down for a little bit. Alright, well, I'll be right back once this thickens up and we add the noodles. 1 second. Alright, y'all, so maybe 5 minutes. This thing is boiling. I'm not really trying to have it boil. Just calm it down. noodles here. Okay, so we got our 400 some grams of pasta. Okay. Now, so these noodles are cold. The reason I add them now, it did thicken up the sauce, but not all the way. All right. I'm gonna add my sausages. That's what that look like. Some Fieldroast. It's like a chorizo style. Let's do this right here. Let the noodles warm up. Let the sausage get back to temp. Oh, don't let me forget the cheese. We have some Violife Kobe Jack. Y'all can see that? Some shreds. This is not in the recipe, but I was feeling it. Okay. We'll let that come back to temp. And I'll be right back with the review. Get it with some pictures. We'll get it cracking, y'all. 1 second. What's up, world? Andy tuning back in. Super excited. Oh man, this week's been crazy. Got my schedule all formed up, but hey, super happy to sit down. Hold on 1 second. Let me get my notes. A big shout out to the Healthy Foodie PH. What the PH means, man, I gotta find out. Make a few more of your recipes. But shout outs to you for this Cajun stylized pasta. Always, you know, trying my best to be vegan. So I cooked that down. I love the addition of the shiitake mushrooms. I did feel like some sauce, you know, Cajun food and dewy sausage. So I want to put that in there. But super excited, man. It wasn't that hard. But I messed up with the tarragon. I hope it doesn't make that much of a difference. I could have swore I grabbed the tarragon, bro. Please read your ingredients before you buy them and reach from on the shelf. But yeah, I'm trying to sit down and enjoy my meal. Nice little spaghetti, haven't had it in a while. So many types of different pasta. Like I was gonna use a fettuccine or this or that. But hey, man, cheers, y'all. Okay. By the way, pretty salty. Pretty darn salty. Might have been that chicken stock I used. I did say half a cube for the cup of water, but brighten the taste. I'm gonna grab me a mushroom or something. A sausage. Pretty good, pretty good. The addition of the cheese, and I did add a little bit more Cajun, so probably in total, probably 6 tablespoons or 7 tablespoons of this Cajun seasoning. That might have also had salt. It's not that bad. Normally I don't like my food that salty, but every now and then, nothing too crazy. And it's not that bad. I'm sure for other people who eat a lot of salt, this would be perfect. But for me, that kind of take lower. Man, I can taste it. I can feel it. One more bite, y'all. I don't get much of a tomato taste, but it is smooth, it is savory. It's not sweet from the oat milk. It's good, smooth. Yeah, real savory. We can't complain, man. I'm loving how it's warm. Obviously. The spaghetti was made with salmonina, so it's a little rough. It's not that smooth texture. Kind of nice. It really does stick to the sauce. Quite pretty good. But yeah, that's it, man. Super hungry. We tell y'all thanks. Thank you for watching, and most importantly, thank you for treating yourself and cooking. You know, I had a crazy week, man. Worked too many hours this weekend, and I didn't want to cook. But there's those times where like you feel tired and sluggish. Either go buy something real nice for yourself or make it, man. It'll make the world of a difference. I get to relax, rest my feet a little bit, clean around the apartment, and chill, man. It's my only day off of the week. Regardless, I'm excited, I'm happy, and so should you. It's Andy tuning in, man. I'm super excited for my feast. Hope y'all take care and have a good week. Peace.